monsoon storms can be pretty insane, and so I got the great idea yesterday to go storm chasing. There were a bunch of clouds developing in the area, so I packed up the truck, grabbed Sierra, and we hopped in it, and we drove into town. Unfortunately, we got into town, waited there for like an hour and a half, and the storms just kept on looking like they were lingering, but they never really hit. So we decided to get back in the truck, head back to the property, and then lo and behold, we got back to our place and it really started dumping. It is really coming down. We've got a nice monsoon hitting at the moment. And it's coming at an angle to where literally it's crashing into the ground over here. And I'm gonna be completely soaked down here. So it's gonna be strictly hanging out on the wood floor in here. And yeah, I'm wearing socks and my sandals. I'm one of those guys. But here's kind of the view. Structure's holding up really well. Went out and looked at it in the heavy winds that were coming through. It didn't budge, so we're gonna be okay with it. I did put some more bracing up. Got it right there. And same with on the other side over there, the log that's over there. But you know, really these rocks really do hold this into place. All I gotta make sure is that that's secure up there and I'm good. So, but we're gonna go back inside. It's definitely a little chilly out here. Look over there how it's coming down so hard. It looks like there's mist in the trees over there. It's coming down so incredibly hard. I mean, I bet there's a ton of water mowing down there. It's kind of a routine. Every morning I'll come out here and check on my plants. And these strawberry plants are doing pretty good. I stressed them for the first month, and what I did was I kind of like deadheaded or cut off all the little fruit that were showing to kind of stress the plant, and then also any of the runners, I took those off too. And as a result, I'm starting to get now about 2 to 3, maybe even 4 pieces of strawberries, or 4 strawberries a day, and which I'm pleased with. I'd like to get up to about 6 or 7. And this is my sweet red pepper plant. What I'm doing here is I'm going through and actually taking off some of the larger leaves because they have a tendency to zap the plant, and I'm also checking for mold. And so I do this each day. I come out mainly just take off the leaves, once a week. But the big ones, though, they can definitely drain the plant and take away from any of the flowering and fruiting process for the vegetables here. And so if you do this, then the plant will focus more on the vegetables themselves, and they'll come in better. And then same with my special fern plant. I just come over here, I check for mold, check for mites, check for any sort of fungus, and make sure grasshoppers aren't eating it, just like with all the other plants, and then we're good to go. All right, not feeling too hot today. I was kind of up most of the night. It seemed like some of those issues that bothered me when I had the parasite were bothering me again last night. I just had tons of pain in my abdomen, lots of swelling, and I didn't need anything different. So I don't know what's going on. And I'm hoping that ends and doesn't continue because it's such a pain and not sleep. And then I keep Sierra up, and so she's tired throughout the day, and she needs her rest because of her cancer. And so, but I wanted to show you what we're up to today here. I grabbed these metal wire or like metal cages from my neighbor's place. He's the one that I've got the original metal cages from. So I wanted to go ahead and get these around the base of both of these trees. And that way I can take away these supports, which I have screwed in here. Actually, this one isn't screwed in. I guess the other ones are. But I've got them all screwed in and stuff. And then I forgot that I have these really big beams right here from the reclaimed lumber that I got from Bridget and Reese. And so I've got that one there, and it's pretty big. If we back up here, I'll show you. I've got two of them. I got one over there, and then this one. And I was thinking those would be great like secondary support beams, because in the back of the camper here, if you look at this section, I mean, you know, that's a long span. That's 16 feet. I could easily put one at the 8-foot mark. That one right there is the 8-foot mark. So that'd be easy just to tie one into the ground here. And then I've got little foundation blocks that I could put down and then tie it into that wood, and we'd be in good shape. And so the back here would be all covered with support, having that go up to there. So we'd have 1, 2, 3. And then this one, obviously still need to get this switched out. And I think I messed up. I wasn't thinking clearly. I've been real tired lately, and I put this grain with the 2x6s and it has to go against it. And so this wood's gonna eventually warp, and I may just take it all off and redo the front here, because it's only 4 pieces of plywood. So what's that, $100? And prices have come down a lot on lumber. And so, you know, I put the plywood this way, and I should have put it this way. And I did it right in the back, but I didn't do it on the front. And I don't know what I was thinking. I know to put it with the against the grain. So you lay the plywood against that. You don't lay it with it, because then it just sags down and it breaks apart. And I think what that would probably do eventually is it would just make for a lot of problems. And so I don't want to have it to where, you know, I'm constantly trying to fix stuff on it. I just want it right from the get-go. You know, but it wouldn't be hard to take off that drip edge and just that first section of asphalt up there. And I've got it screwed in, and so it'd be easy to go through and pull that up and then see where the screws are at and just unscrew them and take them off. So I think that's what we'll probably do next time I roll to town. I'll get some new plywood and do that, because there was a gentleman that suggested like putting up braces in between, and you could do that up on top here. I mean, it wouldn't be horribly difficult to put braces in between there, but then it just adds extra weight, you know. And who's to say that in between those braces it wouldn't bow a little bit. So it's just a bonehead move on my part. And one of those things where as you're doing this sort of stuff, you know, you make mistakes, because nothing's ever perfect. And I've never built something using like these natural tree posts before, and I'm really liking them because they're huge. I mean, they carry a ton of weight. For those who aren't aware, juniper actually performs better than pressure treated redwood and Douglas fir. So I have had some people I had one dude really go off on me like, you need to use Douglas fir or redwood posts 4x4s, and I'm like, this actually performs better than it, and it's actually rot resistant, has a natural insecticide, and it just doesn't break down. Like, there's the Native American ruins that I go check out, the doors that have the wood over the top of them that hold it there, that's juniper, and it's like 900 years old. So it's gonna be fine. And this isn't like a super structure. I mean, it looks like it's pretty heavy. It's not that heavy. It's just plywood and these beams right here, and these are 2x6s, so they're not super heavy at all. And so I have had a lot of people kind of say like, oh, you're way underbuilt and all that stuff, but keep in mind it's just a cover for shade and to get out of the rain. It's not structural. Like, you know, I'm not going to be building anything on top of it. There's not going to be like a cabin up there or nothing. So the monsoon clouds are starting to show up a little bit. That's what always happens when they come from this direction, go north along here, and then swirl around and come back and slam into me. So, but I think for today though, since I'm not feeling good, the plan is just to kind of chill the Sierra. I was gonna knock out those rock things, but I'm too tired. And what happens is when I get these kind of reactions from food, my whole body just gets like totally just sore and creaky, and all my joints hurt and all that stuff. So I think today's more of a chill day. So we're gonna do some video editing and just kind of hang out. I'll chill with Sierra, and I think the storms are gonna hit around 2 p.m. So when that happens, I do plan to film some of that. But I think for overall, today is just kind of a down day. So we'll have some more videos for you tomorrow. I'm definitely going to start jamming on this. I got to get going soon. Tomorrow's supposed to be a big time rain day, so we might do like a live stream during the storms. But I'll keep you posted with that. So anyway, hope you all have a great Monday. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video. All right, everyone, have an awesome Monday. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thank you very much for tuning in. I'm really pleased that the channel's back up and running and that the shadow ban is no longer in place. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this song running because I think it's a good one, and I hope you all have a great day.